of human resource as far as medical healthcare system is concerned, then why don't you want to continue in that direction? Why do you want to come to civil administration? What is the motivation?
So, by being in the medical field, as one of the noble profession, I realized that I can treat occupation in a OPD daily. But being in the civil service, I can have impact on larger people section of the society. Where the health is not only related to the patient and doctor, it has gone beyond the nutrition, sanitation, all these related area. So by being in the administration, I'll be in a better position, able to serve the society and improve their health.
Can you draw our attention to a reference point where a doctor by profession who later on went entered into the civil services has done exceptional work?
So the example is Ananda Bharot from my own college in the medical college came hospital. He's the IAS officer and has done very good, especially in the COVID management. You know,
Your hobby includes evening brisk walking. Why evening? Why not morning? It is said that the best health benefits are during morning.
so I did usually free time in the evening, so I couldn't get in, and it's better. It reduces my stress and fatigue of overall day, and it's better to get a sleep at night.
What is brisk walking? At what pace do you walk?
So it's a upper limit of normal walking, the space in that which you walk, that upper limit. Especially it is considered when you are able not out of the breaks, you can talk easily. That is a
Is walking an Olympic sport?
good house.
Are you sure about it?
Help us see about kids.
Okay. What are the benefits of walking apart from medical benefits? Are there any other benefits of walking?
I said the mental health, in the we get time to think about yourself, ourselves, introspection, observing the surrounding ourselves and the socialization. These are the we can see you, we can meet our friends and all.
So, when you do your brisk walking, are you concentrating on a particular subject matter or you are going through several issues?
I really introspect about my whole day, what I have done, and what need to be done. That those things.
Do you also journal?
No.
Okay. When you're retrospecting about your own day, how do you ensure that there is no bias and no prejudice while you are evaluating your own actions or your own decisions? How do you ensure it?
So we can read like what what was supposed to be there and what I have there. Based upon that, like I ensure that they say I have to do that. And
Do you adopt any objective criteria for that? That's my question.
no, so no.
Okay. You have also played Kho. Tell me three important rules of Kho.
So that's alternate sitting, and the ch- the runner can run in any direction, but the chaser has to follow the straight line. He can't turn. If he turns one direction, he can't change. He has to come down. And second is the time domain of 9 minutes.
Okay. What's the most important domestic tournament related to Kho? So any international tournament, just name them.
Ultimate Coco is the one that is now being coveted, and India is currently the posting the World Coco Championship in Dubai. Maybe.
So what is India's ranking in Kho?
So it's number one. It's most popular in the world.
Who is the captain of Indian Kho team?
Sarika Sapuna.
Okay. Are you sure about the ranking of India's Kho team?
So it's more.
You're talking about which team? Men's team or women's team?
So what thing is most popular in the India only. It's originated in India.
It's how Jalna, what its name?
I need to see about.
Thank you, Akash.
Okay, first. So other way, of course, you written your exam in Anto. What is the advantage of a medical student vis-a-vis other subjects in writing this KST? So security, quality, health, and activity could be in any other subject. Max. Something that that a medical student has, but others don't. So the study for long study thing. I know long hours are long months of long is the 5 years, 5.5 years, 5.5. Others graduate in 3 years, didn't get it. So do you have a native subjects and what's yeah. So now tell me, what is the role of anthropology in rural development insight into rural development. What is the role of anthropology?
So anthropology can help. It's a holistic study of the human being. So it looks at any problem at holistically. So we can study the power dynamics, the social justice issues, the caste system. Anthropology can help, as well as the rural empowerment. Uh, it can help for the farmers, whatever sections.
What is ecological anthropology?
So it's the we study the human adaptation to changing environment and how the human cultures, as well as the biology, it changes to adapt its surrounding. It was importance in today's era where climate change is rampant. So we need to have a purpose on the ecological anthropology. Put it ethic.
Tell me, in social change, what is the impact of development program or a welfare program on tribes?
So development programs and paper the reservation or policies have given them the impetus. Their socioeconomic development has increased. The literacy rate which was post independence was way below. It has been, though it is less as compared to general population, but it has considerably increased. But on the other hand, there is a widening section between those few elites capturing the most of the benefit, and the most vulnerable people are lying behind. So we need to close that gap and ensure the inclusivity and last but not
What social change has it brought about in the tribal society?
so there are many with the mainstream societies coming to the urban centers for the employment, and the reservation has also benefited for the jobs and education. The fortune is more there.
In a way, are we not disturbing their, their ecosystem? For instance, the Jorvas, we are trying to suck them into the mainstream. Are they happy with coming to the mainstream, or we are happy to draw them here and feel happy? Okay, now these people are with us.
So there is this debate for the isolationist and the assimilation approach. For what government has adopted is the integration, like allowed the gradual integration with them, preserving their old culture. Because isolating them, it will they will not contribute to the development of the nation, and they will be lagging. Especially the Jawas, their population is declining, and the many health conditions for them is deteriorating. So we need to have active health intervention. For that, they need to be integrated mainstream society, and they can also enjoy the fruits of the pork. Then the Indian pork they can enjoy.
What is India's role or perception of the Russia-Ukraine conflict and in the Palestine issue, West Asian issue?
बस स in West Palestine, India's the hibernation policy is about saying both they and supported a two-state mission. Okay. Again, with respect to the
Is everybody okay with, are all these stakeholders okay with the two nation?
no, sir, that I was it's one. Okay, I was separate. He's one. And with respect to Russia and Ukraine, India has taken the side against side with the peaceful measures and the ceasefire and protecting the civilians from the military actions.
Tell me, the human genetics, what is human genetics?
So genetics is a new page in our body, is maintaining for the physical appearance, function, body activity.
I know, but what are the methods, method application, method and application you call it, no, in Anthro?
Human genetics, like study, yeah, or twin method study, family method, Pele charts.
Oh, it all this in the was well, what are the tools of data collection that you have?
So case study method, interview.
How do you do the sampling?
There are different methods of sampling quality.
Is it different for different activities or their own?
No, sir. Depending upon the purpose, intent, what is our objective, you for depends upon the this purpose. Either it is focused on a specific population or entire group. The sampling reports stratified sampling, cluster sampling, based upon the age, gender.
Okay. There's one historical material, historical particularism. What do you call it?
Yeah, I celebrate Franz is
Brahma, yeah. What can you elaborate on this?
the Franz, American anthropologist. He has propagated the historical particularism. He says that he is a proponent of the cultural relativism. He says the culture of the any society should be seen in the particular lens of that society. It should not be judged based upon our own value, because each culture has developed because based upon its surrounding, historical, or many other factors. So one should consider that and it open it to cultural itself.
Yeah, Akash. Yeah, so from which region of Maharashtra you love the Marathwada? So tell me three fundamental differences between Marathwada and Vidarbha.
Marathwada. So the cooperative sector is much stronger in the Marathwada region as compared to Vidarbha, and the the Marathwada region has a greater infrastructure and industry as compared to Vidarbha.
Any geographical difference?
Drought prone areas, both are drought prone areas.
Both are drought prone areas. You belong to uh, an agricultural family. Hmm? So, what are the main problems in your region as per agriculture? Solutions there of that.
Farmers are not getting the fair unit prices for that. Like farmers should get this 70-60% what the consumers pay, but they are getting many less because of middlemen and intermediaries. Again, another is a fragmentation of the agricultural network fragmentation. So there is a less investment by the farmers to the productivity. The yield per acre is very less as compared to the other states. And another is a growing of the commercial crops, sugar cane, cotton. These give more yield, but these are more risky for the farmer. So there is a poor debt trap for farmers, a farmer suicide. These are makers.
Okay. So, you are seeing that nowadays many youths are avoiding marriages and even having child after marriage. Hmm? So, how does uh, it goes towards a changing pattern in our society? How do you view that?
So the marriage concept has been evolving. The society has evolving. So the people, the earlier marriage was a sacrilegious correlation, but now it has preferring more comfortable individual freedom and rights for the. So it's becoming more freedom oriented society. So they want to be. They don't want the obligation associated with marriage, but they enjoy the privilege of marriage.
Yes, what type of social impact it will generate?
So the issues will be arise with the parenting of the children and the bonding between the spouses.
If there is no marriage, then these issues will not arise, no? Parenting and all that.
So that is
We are avoiding marriages. No. Okay. You see that Parsi community is a dominant community in your state.
it's in few areas of these Mumbai areas and Quebec. There's a reason it's fast.
Why is it so?
It has been more industry, but it has been influential as well as the business and oriented community. So it is established in the urban areas only.
Is there any historical inertia in that case?
So the historical, the British era, the merchants and all.
Okay. And no other factors.
Migration from to other area, from other areas, the West Asia movement.
Okay. Okay. What's Hey, Mr. Akash, you are a medic. Let's. Can I say once a medic, always a medic?
It's true.
How are you going to keep in touch?
I'll be updating with the current happenings in the medical fields relevant, and also we continuing medical education like CM.
Which is the most respected medical journal in the world?
Like I said,
Have you heard the name Lancet?
last PS.
What is Lancet?
It publishes various reports and report listed.
No, that's the name of the journal. But if it were not a journal, and if I give you a Lancet in your hand, what would it be?
Yep, speaking license. Speaking license.
You're a medic, and your optional is anthropology. As you know that one of the biggest issues in our country that for such a long time, the agricultural scientists and doctors have been talking about it is the issue of the micronutrients that is missing from our food. But
anthropologists think that this problem is more rampant among tribes. So, as a medic, can you tell us that the one of the reasons of the certain microdifference that is missing in the tribal populations, and that is one big concern. But the problem is that the modern medical system, they can't intervene and can't do much about it due to the cultural practices.
So because of cultural practices, they have their own eating habits, taboos, superstition related to foods. So there is a
So, which deficiency has been recognized the most rampant on?
so the iron deficiency, carbohydrates, yes, already got that
Got her. And Aram,
iron deficiency also.
are you aware of any case study?
Some not specific in intensity, but and the milk and they also avoid the cow means, so digestion of the beans is also observed in nitrates.
But they have been very wise. For example, have you heard the name of Lakshmi Kutti? No. You ever heard of the name of Lakshmi Kutti? She got a Padma Award, Padma Shri, and she has created a elaborate pharmacopoeia of the tribals that they know, especially in the Western Ghat area. Although she is not from Maharashtra, but rather from Kerala. But then, and the Prime Minister also talked about her in is one of his talks, Padma Shri Awardee, and she is the one, the entire pharmacopoeia that she created. Any kind of the contribution of the any tribal group to the modern medicine that you can recall?
So the Himalayan use anti-cancer drugs. It can Bhutias are using they use as a anti-cancer drugs.
Has there been gone through the rigorous medical history?
The research is still going on. They are seeing some early success for that.
Okay, the United noticed that our relationship with Bangladesh is has been deteriorating. So, Foreign Secretary Mr. Bikram Misri, he visited there. Do you think that the both countries are only India or it's only Bangladesh making any efforts to repair or improvise the relationship?
Currently, the India is more actively engaging to improve its relationship. In fact, Bangladesh has been showing.
How can you say that?
So it's decided to skip the event. Today's event, the IMD has organized undivided India's that all neighborhoods have participated. Even Pakistan is participating, but Bangladesh is not. So it shows that it's showing some linkage to India's current growth.
So, why do you think that Bangladesh would rather have bad relations with India? But you must be aware that we just said the huge consignment of rice to Bangladesh.
Yes, sir. Because of its own domestic political motives, because it comes to power based upon anti-India sentiments only. If he want to survive, that they has to then continue that sentiment in the population.
You may not be an expert, but that remains one of the prime concerns. Do you think any external factor that possibly could be helping or rather leading or motivating Bangladesh to take a certain path?
Yes, sir, there are major powers. They are interfering the supporting few groups to for their motivated.
You seem to be very certain. So, which are those visible groups in your estimate?
Yes.
US. Why US would want to oil the relationship between Bangladesh and India? How does it benefit US?
So the US has been like against the Sheikh Hasina's government and accusing the US government for that.
That sounds a bit far-fetched.
So interested.
What is the present TFR of India? Total fertility ratio?
So
Weight?
it has according to NHS data 5, it has gone below 5, below 2%. That is a replacement level.
And what's the replacement standard requirement? 2.1. So, would that mean that our population would also be deteriorating like the way the China is deteriorating?
So it will take time for that. For even the few states like PBR, they have the replacement above that, above the replacement and it's southern state which are much higher in the democratic transition as compared to the northern state. So
You just mentioned southern states. Southern states are extremely worried because, as now the Financial Funds Commission, although it takes data from 1971, the next data, the 2011, the Fifth Finance Commission, but the Sixth Finance Commission probably they worry that the allocation would be coming down, and the centrally sponsored scheme will also be much less that will be reaching them. So do you think that they're extremely worried that they would rather have higher population?
So there are the development of the Andhra Pradesh TM and Tamil Nadu. They are promoting more child for the representation, anti-intimidation commission and finance commission benefit. But the finance commission, you can take into multiple factors. It can do more incentive for the family planning, and those who have performed better, they should be given more share in the.
But why they should try to increase their population, like asking the people to have more babies? On the contrary, for example, the job migration or rather the migrating population can easily solve the problem.
But they will not get the share and delimitation for the party purpose, the representation.
Just one of the answer. So when the delimitation is going to happen?
After the census is pending.
No, already there's a year fixed for that. Total 26. 10 years. Thank you. Akash, before we wind up this interaction, just one question to you. You're aware about the Food Security Act in India? Do you think it is actually food security or carbohydrate security?
Yes, the main lead had been provided to the rice and the wheat, so it's energy dense but nutrient deficiency. That so you need to focus more about the milk pulses and more fortified rice. So we can. What is food fortification? So the adding the external nutrients to the food so that it's energy and nutrient value get added.
What is your take on genetically modified crops?
So currently the PT cotton is the only crop that is allowed in India. For the food crops to be allowed, there has to be more research and its possible implication, long-term evolutionary implication. We need to study for that. There only we should have more.
Thank you, Akash. Your interview is over. We will reconnect with you sometime for a feedback. Please. Take a seat. Thanks. Akash, let's understand the purpose of the personality test. The personality test is not intended to judge your knowledge because that has already been tested at the written level. You have done well, that's why you have got the score. In the personality test, what is being tested actually? The personality is being evaluated. Now, what does that mean? It means that what kind of values you have. Are you a problem solver? Can you think innovative? Can you think out of the box? How much respect do you have for the Constitution? Can you be trained? When you are inducted in the civil services, will you be an asset or will you turn out to be a liability? Do you respect the idea of India? Do you understand that? How much do you care for the people? How much dedication you have for public services? How much inclination you have towards technology? Can you engage with multiple stakeholders? Can you do multitasking? All these things are being tested. You get that, dear? Yes. So that is the objective of the personality test. Now, there are few things which are very good about you. First is your answers were good for some of the questions. You were polite, you maintained the smile also every now and then. And some of your answers were decent. But I am not interested much in the good thing because what is good will remain good. When is your interview scheduled?
13 days.
13 January. So 13 January. 3 30 January. Okay. So you have got some time. Okay. Let me start from the very beginning. As you entered the room, आप झाग रहे थे अंदर. Don't do that. So, okay. So you have to present yourself completely. And then when you're asked to come inside the room, please come in and don't do the brisk walking. Okay. Come politely and stand by the side of your chair. Don't show a kind of hasteness to take the chair. Okay. Once you're asked to take the chair, take the chair. Now you're sitting with a wide stance. That's very informal because your back is not touching the back of the seat. Go back. The base now. Now you are in a more erect position. Okay. The feet should not join. Okay. Should slightly get apart and slightly toes apart. Okay. So that would give a more formal look. Then you're wearing a coat. There are certain coat etiquettes. You have a 2-button coat. So when you enter the room, the top button should be buttoned. The bottom one should be open.
and then you should open the top button of one hand without looking at the code button. Okay, see, all of us are sitting. आप देख रही हैं कोई भी बटन है, पर आप बटन है तो आप इसे जरा खोल लीजिए पहले. ठीक है, दिस इज अननेसेसरली मेकिंग यू अनकंफर्टेबल. ठीक है, तो आप ऐसे सोच कर देखिए. देन योर शर्ट इज फुल्ली रिकल्ड. So that could be because of the weather. I'm giving you a margin there, but ensure that on that day also something like this could happen. So ensure that. Why are you not wearing a tie here?
So, I could push.
So okay. So try giving the mocks with a tie. वरना उस दिन आपको बड़ा uncomfortable feel होगा. You have not shamed. No, I do a shame. So this is a full dress rehearsal. Take it very seriously. Okay, and then you use subtle formal, informal words why you were interacting. Like, for example, when sir asked about delimitation, you said, census is pending now. So, sorry. Okay. You also said matlab. In 2-3 places, you said matlab. So, that should also be avoided. Then sometimes you start your answer and in between you stop abruptly, keeping all of us guessing what is coming next. And then you say, I need to study on this. So please listen to the question very carefully, Akash. If you are not aware about the answer, it's not a crime. This is not the test of your knowledge, as I said. The idea is to see how would you respond where you are not aware about the thing. So just say that, sir, I am currently not aware about it, but I will definitely go back and read on this. Or I do not have knowledge about it right now, but I'll definitely go back and read on this. That some new information is given by the board. Take the opportunity to thank the board members. Okay. Thus, slight thank you, sir, for enlightening me would be sufficient. Okay. Please maintain these kind of things. And your knowledge about Jalna, it is your district, right?
So, maybe I did say,
Wow, you should.
Yes.
Wow. Check everything about your name, date of birth, your home state, home district, Marathi. You should know everything about these things, right? Then when I asked you about your hobby, evening brisk walking, okay, there I found you were not so convincing in what you were saying. I had to ask many questions to find out what this hobby is actually. Is this a hobby or an interest?
some interest. Like, I'll let you do that.
So why do you want to do it? So you should say that what is meaning of evening brisk walking? What do you want to say by this? And then how it is practiced by you and how it benefits you. I would say, okay, you have to highlight all of that. Don't leave ground for multiple questions. Then I said, what is the rank of Indian team right now? तो आपने rank 1 बोल दिया. When I asked the captain, you were named the female team captain. Remember? तो वहाँ आप फंस गए. क्योंकि आपने पूछा तुमसे नहीं कि आप मेल टीम की बात कर रहे हैं, फीमेल टीम रैंकिंग तो दोनों टिक की होती है. ठीक है. सो दिस ऑल्सो शोज हाउ अलर्ट यू आर. डू यू गेट इट देयर? इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ योर पर्सनैलिटी. आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. रैंकिंग तो क्या है, आज गूगल भी बता देगा हम 1 मिनट में. बट आप सवाल को कितने ध्यान से सुनते हैं बेटा, वो हम देखना चाहते. ठीक है. सो दिस वॉज माई इनपुट, आकाश. अदरवाइज यू आर अ वेरी गुड कैंडिडेट. The other honorable members will give you their input. After that, you can ask me your questions and then I'll disclose your score. Sir.
For your answer to be very good, I can just give you a suggestion that on questions in Anthro, if you can sprinkle some data into it, some data that you gathered, all of them are written as Srinivas in the context of India. Give some data. Ek do bhi data when it will make the answer complete. Okay.
Budra.
Okay. Just a few things. When a question is asked and then situation or well, the developments are in the realm of uncertainty, nobody is sure. So how possibly can you say that, yes, sir? For example, when I asked about Bangladesh and when I asked the next other forces which possibly wants to ruin the relationship between India and Bangladesh, you said, yes, sir. For example, the better will be, it appears so. Say something like this, it appears so, or there may be chances that someone trying to do something like that. Because the moment you say, yes, sir, it appears that you are privy to very secret information, exactly what is going on. You are the one who knows everything with this. Why do you say that? Oh, yes, RFC gig app.
So the weight and all that next.
So this is one example. In many other situations, you will have to figure out कि कहाँ पर बोलना है yes sir, कहाँ पर बोलना है probably, और कहाँ पर yes it does appear so. So if you say it does appear so, so it would appear that you gather from the evidence that is besides your evidence is newspapers like many common people. Another important aspect is that is it possible for you to do you have another pair of shoes?
I'll also make a purchase.
Well, if it's some kind of the constraint, then it's okay. But otherwise, if possible, then this is not a typical formal shoes because the toes are elongating upwards. And so the typical formal shoe will be an Oxford kind of shoes. They are not very expensive actually. They're not very expensive. They don't have to buy very expensive shoes. But then formal shoes are very important because shoes, I don't know why, but then it's still part of the formal interaction, and so the most important part of the kasi sure well polished.
Attraction center of attraction is.
No, it's not shoes are never center of attraction, but they do catch attention there.
Yo, when last seeing other shoes दिखता है मतलब ऐसे start.
नहीं हम तो नहीं देखते ना, लेकिन मुझे तो सब कुछ देखना है ना from like top to toe, and I have to tell you everything. So you were really very amused. Shoes formal होनी चाहिए, polished होनी चाहिए. Nothing should be very expensive. जैसे आपका शर्ट है, तो half a inch shirt should come out from the cuff of your jacket, the jacket that you are wearing. For example, the bulging mobile phone from your pocket. Such these are the small things. और खैर वहाँ तो वैसे भी अंदर नहीं ले रहे हैं, वहाँ तो ले नहीं करने देंगे, तो प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. बट शूज तो ले जाने देंगे, तो बट देन यू हैव टू टेक द बेटर पेयर ऑफ शूज. ठीक है, रेस्ट इज ओके. If possible, आपने इंटरव्यू 30th January बोला ना, ओके, ट्राई टू ब्रिंग इन ए लिटिल मोर क्लैरिटी इन इंटोनेशन. जो वर्ड्स बोलना है ना, उसका थोड़ा करना.
मैं कम्युनिकेशन स्किल डॉट.
तो आपका मेडिकल स्कूल का आपका जो स्पीच थेरेपी डिपार्टमेंट प्रोफेसर से टिप्स ले लेंगे. No, communication skill. Your English is good. The way you intonate the words. तो उसका एक सिंपल तरीका है कि take a newspaper in slow speed every day 50-20 minutes. Read like aloud. Try to speak slow, read it aloud. Rather say lower pace and try to give voice, intonate every word with a clarity. Get somebody who's sitting across. Ask them that while I'm reading it, do you think that I'm paying attention to the sound of the certain words? Look, why do we speak? Not for ourselves, but others to understand us. So command of language is good. Your language is good. Nothing to worry about English language in itself. Only a little more clarity. So start practicing it. We are not talking only about problems. We are also talking about solutions. So this is second thing. And the third thing is that you cannot constantly change the way you hold your hand. So either keep it there because this is a good thing to do. Because this way you don't even fiddle and you don't move your fingers. Otherwise you keep fiddling your fingers. So this is okay if you can do this way. Otherwise you can keep your hands apart. This is also okay. So these are the few things that's quite important. As for the sitting posture, gender technique, your get something with that. Back should be erect and the lower back should be touching the very upper part of the chair. That's only two things. Again, your shoes should be slightly apart.
But the last day I seen they made me to sit very comfortable. They asked me.
Of course, you have to sit comfortably. So these are the things that you sit comfortably. If you sit erect, our back is resting with the chair. We're sitting erect. Your hands are comfortably lying in your laps. That is what we are also saying. Sit comfortably, but at the same time, for example, suppose if I'm slouching, suppose I'm feeling comfortable while I'm slouching. So that comfort is not allowed. These are the few things because you have to look alert, young, energetic, enthusiastic, हंसरा चेहरा. तो ये 4-5 चीजें आनी चाहिए. वो जैसा भी आता है जो जैसे आएगा वो करेंगे, ठीक है ना. एंड बिसाइड्स वी हैव टू लुक एट फॉर्मल अ बिट कंजर्वेटिव जेंटलमैन की तरह की जो भी चीजें उसमें जाती हैं वो रहेंगी. बट योर नॉलेज इज गुड. मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू सेड दैट्स वेरी गुड, कॉन्फिडेंट. एंड post this feedback session you were looking very happy and you didn't look that happy. It's more अभी थोड़ा इनफॉर्मल. तो इसका 5% उधर भी डालने का, ठीक है ना. तो what actually I mean that you should look enthusiastically cheerful. I don't have to laugh. If the board laughs, then you can smile. If the board is smiling, then you can just look cheerful. But it shouldn't be like other way around. Here we are smiling, so you are laughing. So you thoda don't break into a laughter. ठीक है ना? And you have to just enjoy the process. Look, you are the VIP here. There as well, the entire commission is organizing the whole thing only due to you. So if you're not there, how would they run their show? तो आप ही के लिए तो सारा ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ. You want a very important personality there, but then you will have to go as a VIP as well. By VIP, I don't mean that spending too much money on all this paraphernalia, but rather simple shows that shouldn't be very expensive. Dress should not also be very expensive, and that would do. Akash, on the list. And Akash, I have a question. That in your attempt you have written, this is your second attempt, right?
As a third.
Third attempt. Oh shit. It's your second interview. A second. Okay. First attempt was in 2022. Then 2023 and this consecutive attempts.
Yeah, correct. There might be some questions on your Marathwada region, so be prepared for those questions.
I must be saying,
Yeah, commerce society, agriculture, and all that. And well, so okay.
And medics are making very good civil servants. अभी प्राइम मिनिस्टर का जिसको कि बेस्ट सिविल सर्वेंट के अवार्ड मिला है झारखंड का है, इस IAS अफसर को, ही इज ऑल्सो मेडिक, ही इज ऑल्सो डॉक्टर. तो कोशिश करिए कि अगला नंबर आप ही करे है बेस्ट सिविल सर्वेंट का अवार्ड. आपको जो मिलेगा तो इधर मिठाई के डब्बा लेके आने का. ठीक है, ऑल द बेस्ट. आकाश, पिछली बार आपको क्या मार्क्स मिले थे?
it's 150
No, look what we have given you. It's exactly 150. Okay. क्योंकि वो सारी चीज़ें अभी भी परसिस्ट कर रही है. To understand that, Akash, if you work on these things, then definitely you can add 20-25 marks more. Your appearance, just your mere appearance would add 15 marks to this, what you have got. Okay. अच्छा, एक बात मैं और पूछना चाहता हूँ, आपका जो ये जो कोट है और जो पैंट है, क्या ये एक ही कपड़े का है?
No other.
तो ऐसी क्रॉस पेयरिंग मत करिएगा उस तरीके. ठीक है, कोई फॉर्मल पेयर आप कोई भी एक कलर चूज कर लीजिएगा और वैसे आप प्रेजेंट करिएगा. वो ठीक है आकाश, आपके कोई क्वेश्चन है? थैंक यू, योर इंटरव्यू इज ओवर. ऑल द बेस्ट.